What should we be doing first? What are the first steps we should be making as we kind of prepare to be involved in high school campus ministry? First thing I want to suggest is that you have a very clear mandate. Understand what it is that you're to be doing as the youth pastor or the youth leader or the youth director or the volunteer. Whatever your role is, make sure it's very clear as to what it is you are to be doing. There's nothing more painful than showing up to a job and finding out a few days in that there are expectations on you that you had no idea. The other side of it is when a church hires you to be working for them, or a parachurch organization hires you to be working for them and doing a specific job, and then all of a sudden you've got some other ideas what you'd like to be doing. So clear communication at the front end is huge. And when it comes to campus ministry, make sure that you're talking to whoever it is that's responsible for your hours, and you're getting a clear mandate to be involved in the local high school campuses. And you can make a great case for this because it is a huge part, as we discussed earlier, about making disciples. So don't see this as something extra that you're doing. You're just going to be cheating your family and your personal time. Make this a part of your ministry description. Second thing I want you to consider is prayerfully determining which campuses and which students you should be working with. If you're like me, whatever your ministry setting is, there's likely students from different schools in your youth ministry. And to determine what school should you be working with and what students you should be working with, consider a couple things. One is which students in your ministry are really motivated to go after it. I remember coming home from Change Conference long before I was working with Canadian Youth Network, and I remember the bus ride home having a couple students coming up to me and saying, Pastor Joey, we really feel like God wants us to start a Youth Alpha club in our high schools. Can you help us? Well, that was a pretty good indicator as to how what campus I should be at and what students I should be working with. And so we prayerfully worked through those processes. The other thing to consider is, what are other youth leaders in your area doing? It would be horrible if there was like 5 campuses in your kind of geographical area and 5 youth workers in your kind of geographical area, and the third week of September you all show up at the same Christian club at the same school. That would just reek of, we don't go to our local youth network and discuss these things. So one of the great benefits of being part of a good youth network, which we should all be a part of, is being able to discuss what is going on, who's at which schools, how can we work together. If I'm going to be at this school and another youth leader is going to be at this school, are we looking out for each other's students, and are we being as strategic and as effective as we can? The third thing I'd like you to consider is, in what other ways can you engage in the local high school campuses beyond just a Christian club, which we're going to be spending a lot of our time talking about today. Perhaps serving just as not just, but as a volunteer in the school, coaching a team, helping with field trips, doing whatever it is needed, being part of a parents' council or some sort of council that you can be involved in. Another way is to motivate and to mobilize your parents to be involved. And again, being a part of Parents Council or helping out with different clubs or sports teams or whatnot. Finding ways to authentically serve the school to which you're called to minister. So again, think of three main areas. One, make sure that you have a clear mandate from whoever it is, who's your boss, that you can be doing this and you should be doing this as part of your ministry description. Secondly, prayerfully consider where you're going to be serving, what campus, and with what students. And then the third thing is seek other ways to be involved in different campuses as well, both for you and other adults within your ministry together.